Hey ladies and gents, SpoonyPizzas here, and I just want to ask you guys a question, to be honest. Are you struggling to score from 6 yards in eFootball 2022? Perhaps you think this is some sort of joke, but it's actually easier to miss from 6 yards after receiving a cross than to score it. And today's tutorial is here to help you score more of those close range finishes after receiving a cross, just by simply adjusting your technique. So, how often do you guys miss the goal after receiving a cross? I bet it's fairly high enough for you to possibly even consider not even bothering crossing the ball into the box in the first place. Even with a player with the first time shot player skill, this doesn't even help alleviate the issue. Even the best goal scorers in the game with the highest finishing stats suffer from this as well. And why is that? I believe it's because it's actually the way the game is designed. They don't want low crosses being too overpowered like they have been in the past. Chances are, if you are missing the target frequently, it's because you're aiming to the far post. And that is natural, because from PES 2019 to 2021, it was easier to score at the far post, whereas 2017, 2018 kept you guessing whether to go to the near or far post, because either option would generally work, but shooting back across the goalkeepers in those always appeared to be the best option. So I tried various techniques until I found a way to score these low crosses more frequently. If you have a striker who has 78 for finishing and is receiving a drilled low cross, if you aim to the far post and perform a normal or finesse shot, expect a less than 10% conversion rate. If you aim to the near post with a normal shot, that increases to around 20%. A finesse shot to the near post increases it once more to 25%. Now you could argue that this last clip, Mertens shot with his weaker foot, and you are absolutely right. But I hope you were, because the very first time I changed my technique, I scored with his weaker foot by applying the chip shot. So notice here, if we just watch this clip back, the ball is out in the wide area. I drill a low cross into that near post, and because Mertens is at the near post, I'm aiming towards the near post whilst applying the chip shot. And with it zoomed in here, you can clearly see him taking it with his left foot, his weaker foot. Here's another chip shot being used, this time by Modric at the far post. And it's important to note, because he's at the far post, look where my left analytics is pointing towards the far post as well. A nice and early press. The ball was around 25% in flight towards its player before I actually pressed the shoot button along with the player select button at the same time. It doesn't look like a chip, but you can clearly see there, he just lifts it off the ground ever so slightly. Just look at this angle here, watch. It's such a cheeky little finish. The beauty about the chip shot is you don't have to be within the 6 yard box, and it helps those without the first time shot player skill score far more frequently from crosses, as you're seeing here from Phil Foden. The chip shot is even useful for those crosses that are drilled in from awkward angles, as you're seeing here. However, for deflected crosses, you may find your player takes a touch to get the ball under control before releasing the chip shot. So by applying the chip shot, I increased the conversion rate to 70%. That's 60% higher than if I was to go to the far post with a normal shot. The only downside is that it can be quite tricky to perform, because obviously the left bumper is also your player select button, and if you don't time them simultaneously, you're going to select a different player to the one you want to shoot with. And if you've drilled this into your mind as how you're going to finish the cross, you've got to be careful, because those high crosses, when you do header them, if you press the chip button, it's obviously going to go over the bar. And also, you can't really determine if it's going to go to your player's weaker foot or not, like you're seeing in this example. There are other things you can do to increase your chances of scoring. One is to play a through ball instead of a drill cross, and the other is to keep passing the ball until you're in a really good position to shoot and score. When it comes to scoring headers, use the normal cross at around 50%, and then the stunning shot towards the near post, so aiming your left hand stick towards that near post for increased proficiency in front of goal. Your heading stat is obviously going to be very important here though. If there's any more tutorials that you guys want to see on the channel, drop a comment below if there's any aspect of eFootball 2022 you want me to cover. And until next time guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.